On this week's show, we bring you the story of a Flames football player who grew up on the mission field, and he tells us how it impacts him today.
Plus, one of the newest Flames hoopers steps into the Players Lounge, and Lady Flames soccer is heating up late in the year. It's all straight ahead on this Flames Central. Hey there, and welcome to Flame Central. So happy you joined us this week. I'm Emily, he's Matt. I know it's a bye week for Flames football, but trust me, we're going to cover plenty from the gridiron.
That's right, and we'll get you ready for basketball season by stepping into the Players Lounge with new transfer Taelon Peter. I'm just going to tell you, it's entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to miss it.
Some singing, which you know is my favorite. But first, football. One question we've asked multiple times this season is, where in the world would the Flames be without Quentin Cooley?
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be 5-0 right now. But let's take a moment of appreciation for one of the best running backs in the nation. Liberty leads Conference USA in rushing yards per game, and Cooley is a big reason why. He has a league-high 545 total yards on the ground, averaging 109 per contest. But what makes those numbers so incredible, Matt, is that Cooley has done that in just 5 games. Most of his competition, they've played 6-7 games and still trail the bowling ball. He is clearly carrying this team, and it shows with the Flames' perfect record.
Yeah, Cooley's been a big part of Liberty's early season success, which has put the Flames in a great position to defend their Conference USA title. Take a look at the standings this week. Liberty is one of just 2 teams with a 3-0 conference record, the other being Western Kentucky. Up next for Liberty will be winless Kennesaw State, but the schedule's all building to those last 2 games of the regular season when the Flames host Western Kentucky and travel to Sam Houston. Those 2 weeks will very likely decide who makes the CUSA championship.
Still plenty of football to be played, but in the meantime, the Flames have had a lot of downtime between the canceled App State game and a bye week this week. Head coach Jamie Chadwell has been busy with fall festivals and landing on the Paul Bear Bryant Coach of the Year watch list. He also found time to join us on the Flame Central podcast, powered by Qcow Mortgage, where we discuss the 5-0 start, overcoming adversity, and more about this year's team.
What do you enjoy most about this group?
I think just knowing they do have a fight. They do have a strong belief that, hey, they're going to figure it out. And so I never think we're out of one. I love that about them. They don't think they're out of one. I love that they have that fight and belief in themselves. And that's hard to get, you know. Awesome. I mean, it's hard to get. And, you know, and what we're realizing, we share, is you're getting everybody's best. And so just knowing that we're taking those shots and still finding a way. So I love that about the team.
Well, one of the most fun parts of this job is learning about the unique backgrounds of the Liberty student athletes. No one story is the same. And Flames tight end Jacob Jenkins certainly had a unique upbringing. He tells us about his youth growing up as a missionary and how those years have given him a great perspective today. For Liberty tight end Jacob Jenkins, his journey to the Division I football field came by way of the mission field.
We grew up in the church. My dad was a youth pastor. So in 2008, we started going to the Dominican, visiting and conversations of what's the Lord want to do with this.
Jacob was just 6 years old. His siblings were 8 and 4. But despite the challenges of heading to the mission field with young children, the Jenkins family would answer God's call.
They told us that we're going to make this change and we're going to move.
It wasn't on our hearts until God brought it to us. And to see our kids eventually get the vision and be called to ministry themselves, we didn't expect our kids to be called. You know, we thought they would follow us because we went. And he really ended up calling them and showing them, hey, this is ministry.
My parents did a good job of this is missions, and they explained what we were doing, and it was trying to lead people back to Jesus Christ and what he did.
The Jenkins ministry, called Until They Know, focuses on sharing the gospel of Christ, while also helping to build sustainable communities in the Dominican. And young Jacob was all in.
I remember I would always wake up early in the morning and knock out all my homeschool. My mom would wake up and I'd give her my homework. This is what I've done for the day. I did it all, I'm done. Just so I could get on the bus with the teams that were in town and to go out with my dad and just go out in the mission field, and whether that was VBS and us singing to the kids or just running around and playing sports with the kids or hanging around the doctors when they did a doctor trip, like stuff like that.
It was just different down there. They saw a different side of the world that they didn't know existed.
A different environment, but one where Jacob would see God at work.
As a kid, I go into this church, no AC, barely any lights, but there's people in tears, there's people singing praise, everyone is full of joy and peace. God's joy and peace really transcends everything. Like there's no boundaries to it. Like it doesn't come with money, it doesn't come with a home, it doesn't come with anything. But like every time I walked into church, it was the same thing. I got to see the same smiles, the same tears, the same joy, and just passion for the Lord. And as a little kid, that like it sticks.
Jacob's passion for missions continued to grow, but at the same time, so did his passion for a sport that wasn't exactly prominent on the island.
One year they really wanted football equipment. I'm like, they don't have that in the Dominican, like what are we gonna do? So it was cheaper. We found to like Play It Again Sports, and I flew a round trip to Orlando to pick it up, and it was cheaper than trying to get anything shipped in.
We were playing football there. Just me and my brother would do board drills and bull in the ring together every day. Like it was insane.
He had them out in the backyard hitting, and it was a fun sight.
Fundamentals, baby.
Yeah.
After 4 years on the mission field, the Jenkins family would return to live in the States. Brad still runs the ministry, leading frequent trips back to the DR, while Jacob has remained involved. But he's also been excelling on the football field.
Left side, pass caught by Jenkins, a tight end to the 40, 45, 50. Jacob Jenkins barreling into UTEP territory.
And no matter how much time has passed, those years in the Dominican have left an imprint and have forever changed the way Jacob sees the world.
It taught me at a young age how to be grateful for what I have and that the Lord will always provide. There's so many times in missions that you see God just step up.
When you step out in faith and you see God supply and you see God do cool things and use you in the midst of his kingdom building, there's a chance to really see that impact life forever and to live in that kind of way always.
I want to be the helping hand, just like we are in Dominican here in everyday life. I want to open the door, I want to give the smile, I want to do all that so that God is shown through me just like he is there right here.
It was great getting to know the Jenkins family. And if you'd like to learn more about their ministry in the Dominican Republic, you can visit their website at utk223.org.
Such a great story. All right, look, getting through a bye week is tough, I know. But fortunately for Liberty fans, they can watch a former Flame on Sundays. Demario Douglas continues to shine for New England, and it reached career heights last Sunday against the Texans. The Pats did fall to Houston, but on a positive note, Douglas may have found a new best friend in Drake May. The two connected on 6 passes for 92 yards, a career high for Douglas, and that also included his first career touchdown. There's a great mic'd up segment on the Patriots X page. You have to check it out. Douglas will travel across the pond for his next game in London.
All right, let's talk some soccer. The Liberty women coming down the home stretch of their season hadn't been playing their best ball of late, but a road trip seemed to get them right. Lady Flames traveled to Sam Houston first, where Ivy Garner, her goal was all they would need in a 1-0 win. They would then travel to Louisiana Tech. Turns out Garner was all they ever needed. She would score in the 47th minute of this one, putting LU up 1-0. Then she would finish the scoring, adding another goal in the 52nd minute. Garner putting Liberty on her back. She would score all the goals on the road trip as LU pitches a pair of shutouts. The wins keep Liberty in second place in Conference USA with about 2 weeks remaining in the season.
Well, as you just saw, the Lady Flames have Ivy Garner finding the back of the net this season. In 2013, they had Holly Van Noord in the net. In our next Flames flashback, you'll see how the Liberty Hall of Famer was no stranger to setting program records that still stand today, and how she took the Lady Flames to another level.
Now here's a long look. Shot scored for Liberty.
Liberty Women's Soccer 2013.
Here's Underwood inside the box, sends it across, touched by Elbert.
A record 16 wins on the season.
Marshall shot with the left foot. Van Noord there to make the catch.
Minding the net for the Flames was Hall of Fame goalie Holly Van Noord. A redshirt freshman at the time, who didn't have a lot of experience coming in.
I didn't really play club sports growing up, so I was excited for the chance just to come to Liberty and learn and grow and learn the position, honestly.
And Holly would learn the position well, so well that she would start every game that year.
Long shot coming here. Noord puts her
save.
mitts on it.
And she would also finish every game.
It'll come right back over again. Headed, Van Noord with the save.
She would play every minute of every game that entire season and would be a shutout machine.
Another good save there by Van Noord.
14 of Liberty's 16 wins that year came by way of a Van Noord shutout, still the program record. And while Holly got credit for the wins, she'll be the first to tell you she didn't do it by herself.
Defense starts with the forwards, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. I'm the last line of defense. On record books, obviously the goalkeepers get the shutouts and everything, but I had an incredible team in front of me.
3-on-4 defense is holding, and that's something that we talked about. This defense plays as a unit.
Even though winning requires a team effort, it was Holly's remarkable exploits in goal that would inspire both her teammates and coaches.
She, from the get-go, was someone the rest of the team could rely on. She was someone the rest of the team could look up to. She was the sort of player that when you sat nervously in the locker room and you looked around and you saw Holly was there, you thought, we're going to be okay here. I think we could beat anybody with Holly in the room.
The 14th and final shutout of the season was a 5-0 victory over Radford in the Big South Championship, earning the Flames their 4th ever trip to the NCAA tournament. 2013, a championship season that saw Holly Van Noord establish herself as one of Liberty's all-time greats.
We step aside, but when we return, we go into the Players' Lounge to meet one of the newest Flames.
Plus, Rhett McGibbon names his Athletes of the Week. It's warm, it's hot, it's in Fuego when Flames Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Lynchburg, Virginia, you'll find us, Liberty University. Here, we pursue excellence in all of our academic endeavors, from anywhere. We fight for victory in our athletic programs and fan the flames with a mighty roar. We equip students with a Christ-centered perspective that changes lives. We are creators, problem solvers, and world changers. But above all of this, we are champions for Christ.
Welcome back to Flames Central. If you aren't familiar with the Players Lounge, let me enlighten you. It's an exclusive place for Liberty men's basketball. You do need a special invite from the hosts, Gabriel McKay and J.C. Schreier Jr. The content that comes from the Players Lounge is pretty comical, and the latest episode might be the most entertaining yet. Flames Nation, meet Taelon Peter.
JC, why don't you?
I'll do it. Yeah, no problem.
No, I'm just kidding. Number one host right here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of.
I was looking forward to that. Can I please try it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You do it like every time.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Welcome
back to the Players Lounge, ladies and gentlemen. Gabriel McKay, JC Schreier, and today we have a very special guest, Taelon Peter, baby. Let's clap it up.
Thank you. All right, T. I need something. I'm going to start it off hot. We're going to get to your history in a little bit, but nobody care about that. Funniest moment of practice so far, throughout the summer and through now.
I'm sure this is going to be a hot one, but when Brett didn't call out his man and coach was like, hold on, wait a second. Everybody wait a second. He was like, I'm going to read his mind. And like for 30 seconds, he was like this. Got it. Javon. So, yeah, that was probably the funniest moment in practice.
That was classic. Okay. Now tell us about yourself. Where'd you come from? How'd you grow up? Interesting stuff about yourself, anything.
Pretty general, but...
yeah, anything, man.
I'll say I'm from Russellville, Arkansas.
Where?
Relax. Relax. Oh, let's relax. I'm a twin. I have a twin brother and a younger brother. What else?
We know... Wow. First of all, don't say what else, because I don't know if you guys saw it, but... married man right here. Married man.
Off the boards. Don't hit his line. Don't hit his DM. Don't hit nothing.
No socials. No nothing.
This summer. Tell us about it. How was it?
It was great, man. So, like, it was all in God's timing, you know. My wife stayed home this summer and planned a whole wedding. We had, like, 260 people. We were planning on, like, 150, and it ended up being more.
I didn't get invited.
We don't need to talk about that.
Honeymoon, where was it?
Honeymoon. We went to Jamaica.
Woo! Wait,
all inclusive.
Yeah.
Woo! It was nice, man. It was nice. Her name's Gracie Peter.
Gracie Peter. Now I like that. I like you put that in. You put that in.
Yeah. Give her a little shout out.
Yeah, Gracie Peter on Instagram. Y'all go follow her.
I was saying like you.
No dudes.
Like you love her. You know what I'm saying?
She knows that.
Oh, she know though. We don't gotta say it. She
Gracie,
knows.
If you're watching, we all love you here.
This comes with perks, man.
You're on the wing, fast break, right?
Yeah.
Coming up the sideline. That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
I'm dunking it.
But this is what I want to ask. Top 3 people, right? You see under the rim, NBA all time, anytime ever.
I like that. That's a good question.
I want like these 3. I'm gonna try to punch it on them. It is a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question, but I've actually thought about it.
Of course, yes.
I've actually thought about this a lot in my life. As of recent, it's been G.
Block.
He's
not
heckled me all summer about he's jumping every time. I spell block my dunk. It was like the first dunk I've ever had blocked in my entire life.
Spell blocking it?
He did.
All right.
I was playing around too much.
Blocking.
I went up and I was hanging. I was like hanging for the pictures, you know.
Right.
I should have just dunked it, but like
I don't remember anyone being there taking pictures that day.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know. Third, I'd say like I've always dreamed about dunking on Rudy Gobert. Yeah,
I like that. I don't think you will ever dunk on Rudy Gobert though.
I don't think you know me.
Ooh,
that's true. That's why I didn't get invited to your wedding.
You don't know. You haven't seen me play yet, for real.
That's fine.
He's going 360 between the legs. All up on JC for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, guys.
JC won't jump. And
I'm getting out the way.
Yeah,
I'm moving.
That's a business decision.
I'm not jumping.
To send us off, JC, you know, like twin, where have you been? Yeah, we're gonna sing that part, and he's gonna finish it off since he's a twin.
Okay, so we're just saying twin, where have you been?
Yeah, and then he's gonna...
Got it. I can do that. I've been working on my harmonies recently.
Water.
3, 2, 3, 2, 1.
Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody gon' love me quite like
Taelon Peter, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out. Go follow him.
Every time I try.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
He's coming to a rim near you. Check him out.
As entertaining as Taelon was in that interview, I'm telling you, just wait till you see him on the court. This kid is going to be fun this year for Liberty basketball. All right, Rhett McGibbon's here. You know what that means. Time for Warm, Hot, and Fuego, top player moment from the past week in Liberty athletics. What's the theme this week, Rhett?
Yeah, it's one I actually take offense to. I hate to say it's the theme. It's National No Beard Day.
No beard day.
No beard. Yeah. And, I just I feel like
I'm standing in solidarity with you on this one, right?
But I will say this is a good thing. 3 ladies on
just to see how you work this in, right?
Yeah, 3 ladies on Warm, Hot, and Fuego this week. No beards. So there we go.
Good to know.
Yeah,
good to know. Let's start with Warm.
All right, Ellie Livingston, midfielder on the field hockey team. Only 4 goals in her career, but she's on a heater.
Okay.
Back-to-back games in her senior season, in which she scored a goal and a big one at Villanova. Time's winding down. There's only a couple minutes left in the 4th quarter. She gets a goal, bats it out of the air.
Yeah.
Good for her on the rebound. Flames win 1-0, much needed win. This is a season that's been up and down for field hockey. A lot of youth, it's expected, but when you have a senior come through in a crunch time, that can be a big boost.
You know what? You want to get peaking right this time of the year,
That's
right?
true.
Heading in towards the postseason, maybe they can get hot.
That's a great point. This is a team where there is a ton of talent with this group. You could see them go into conference, the tournament, and just all of a sudden catch fire.
Absolutely.
And still make it to the tournament.
All right, from Warm, we go to Hot.
All right, freshman here, a swimmer, Ali Bizzuto. What a great name, first of all. Sounds like it should be a pasta, Bizzuto. That's what we got tonight. But this freshman won all 4 of her individual events, both relays at Air Force. She won the 50 free, 100 breaststroke, 100 free, and then she was also part of a relay in which Liberty won by 6 seconds.
Wow.
Can you imagine watching this on
TV? Get out, have their post-race snack.
I know, right? Yeah. Exactly. And you're waiting for time to click down for the rest of everybody to catch up. It's just amazing. This swimming and diving team just continue to do great thing year after year, and they've got a stud freshman now.
Jake Schellenberger, done a great job with that program. All right, finally, Rhett, in Fuego this week is who?
It's Ivy Garner. This young lady on the show last week in Warm, Hot, and Fuego. In Fuego this week, 5 goals in her last 4 games. During that span, she has scored 83% of the Flames' offense.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just, back-to-back losses, and then Garner, here in her junior season, said, you know what?
Enough of this.
Let's get scoring.
Yeah,
Let's get going here. 7 goals, 6 assists on the year, 20 points. She's 1 back from the team lead. She's already career highs in both categories in goals and assists. She has been absolutely terrific this season. And this is a Flames team, and you look at the adversity that they face. It's great to see the leaders on the team kind of pull them through and say, hey, it's going to be okay. We'll get through this, and that's what Garner's done extremely well. A terrific score. We saw the goal last week where she went top corner and then scored all 3 goals on the road for the Flames, like you mentioned. So this is a young lady that can lead offensively, and she's been terrific.
And I know they're in 2nd place right now, but I don't think anybody would bet against them come postseason tournament time. They're looking to repeat this year in Conference USA. All right, it's the man behind the beard, Rhett McGibbon. Thank you as always. Still to come, we look back at a couple of huge moments in the Liberty football season, but do so in a unique way. That's when Flames Central returns.
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
Being a parent and helping your kids through school, it's not exactly easy. I mean, there's waking up at 5 a.m., the morning routine, helping with homework, sitting in traffic. You get it. What if there was a way you could get your kids a quality Christian education where they can work at any pace, any time, from anywhere? School that works for your schedule and frees your kids to keep doing what they love. Well, that's exactly what we do. LUOA, school that goes where you do. So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Many people don't know this, but I actually produce the entire show. I write all the scripts, edit all the video. What does Matt do? He sits in his office and plays the EA Sports College Football 25 video game all day.
She doesn't write all the scripts. You can tell she wrote this one. But if I did play, I'd be undefeated, just like the Flames. You know, there's been some magical moments on the field this season, so our creative team decided to recreate a couple of them.
From the 13, snap to Salter, play action, fade, right sideline, up in the end zone, far side, light him up, touchdown Liberty, Tyson Mobley. Snap back to Salter, and the pocket, throwing right side, catch made by Sibley, breaks a tackle at the 50, Sibley on the run, 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, Taelon, give it to us, there it is, light him up, touchdown Liberty, Qcow Sibley.
Hey, just a reminder, the Flame Central podcast will be on Thursday this week, so be sure to check it out.
LibertyFlameCentral.com for any stories you might have missed. She's Emily. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here next week.
William Byron's gonna win. William Byron wins it at Atlanta. Hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line.